Right. I'm Ryan. Happy Monday. I'm having an okay day. I don't know. Mm, Confused about things. So, to be honest, I'm confused with my life. So, but that's not really a big deal. Because, hmm. Well, I hope you're having a good day, Nick. Though. Hi. Um, I can't think right now for some reason. Probably because mm, I was talking to one of my friends. So I don't know. Actually, I couldn't. I don't know if he is my friend. I don't know what he is. Whatever. Um, I'm just kind of irritated a little bit. But yeah. You said you. Oh yeah, I've had a headache since I've had a headache for like 2 weeks now, so I understand. I'm sorry you have had a headache though. Go with headache. It was literally the worst, especially tension or like migraine headaches. Those are like the worst headaches. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't need to apologize. Oh, are you saying you're sorry to Nick? I hope that's what you're saying. You're sorry to Mildred. Um, yeah. Um, Not really. It's not really. It is what it is. I'm used to headaches and like things, so I'm just gonna. I'm not doing no medicine. I don't like medicine. I trust it. So that's not happening. Um, I take care of myself good enough. Um, Still alive, so that's part of taking care of myself. Eating, which is taking care of myself, so I'm fine. Just things in life probably. Plus how the atmosphere is probably affecting my head too. So that's not really surprising. What else? My life is making me probably have a headache. Um, yeah, I just don't like taking. I've taken medicine in the past, and it's given me bad side effects, so I don't take medicine anymore for anything. Um, yeah, so that's why. Um, what was I gonna say? It's and to me, it's interesting. One thing I think is interesting is how I don't know what the hell he is, my friend or not friend, whatever the hell he is. It's interesting to me how someone going back into your life and like saying, "Oh, Mariah, you're not the same way you used to be," or whatever. In my opinion, when you've already in the past you used to judge it, so when you see me acting a certain different way, then you can't be like getting, "Oh, why are you acting like that?" Like, "Oh, you're not acting like your normal chatty self." And you used to get on my, you used to get on, used to. Thank you, Nick. I didn't say anything because I wasn't dealing. I'm not. I decided I'm no longer dealing with disrespectful ass people. So on this channel. So if they do things, I'm just gonna do my best to ignore it. But the thing is, if I'm not acting the same way I used to, it's because you pointed out the behavior you don't like. So I just I just become a different person, or basically shrink back certain aspects of my life that I don't feel like you deserve access to. So, for example, I don't know what the fuck he is. My friend, not my friend. Who the hell cares? Was like, oh, Mariah, you're not acting like how you normally are. Um, I guess he can, which is I guess noticeable for people. that I talk to enough. I used to talk to him a lot more. I used to like when I well, this is my personality, and because of my disabilities, I send multiple messages at a time. And because I'm not doing that, he's like, "This is weird." Like, but the thing is, you used to tell me, "Oh, it was annoying." So okay, now when I don't do it, then you're gonna be like pointing it out. So what the fuck is it? Do you want me to do it or not want me to do it? Because in the past you used to say, "Oh, Mariah, you need to stop sending me all these messages, blah blah blah. You're talking too much or whatever." Like, and giggle, laugh at it. So then I'm thinking that must not be what you want. So when I am being, sometimes for some people, particular certain people that point out certain things about me that I don't like when they are judging them, I will literally turn into the person you wanted me to be. So then you won't actually get real access to the real person because you didn't like that person. So that. And then the people that actually are genuine, I be fully myself so then I can deal with that because they can handle it. Other people can't. So I'm like, okay, fuck it then. Um, like, I don't, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like, I'm not really mad. He said I'm mad at him. I'm not really mad at him. I'm just kind of being myself. But he's probably thinking I'm mad because I'm kind of, I don't even know what I would consider it. I'm talking to him, but I'm not talking in the way I normally do. Like I'm kind of shorting. Like my answers are not as lengthy as they are. So for him, I guess it's confusing. I'm not gonna fucking. I don't care. Like man, I was hoping it would be my friend Chris that would message me because that's what I want. That's literally, I was like, I saw my phone and I was like, dang, I wanted that to be Chris, not to be Ryan. I honestly, Ryan can have his life. I'm not gonna judge you. Do whatever the heck you want. But it's just weird. Like the first message I said is, um, when he messaged me at random, I said like when he asked me a question or whatever, I said I'm surprised you messaged me at all, honestly, to be honest. And it's a genuine statement. Um, like to me, people that like, in my opinion, I was always an afterthought to him, so it's weird to me that he all of a sudden like randomly contacted me. Like it's just weird. Like I haven't talked to you since either last year, early last year, or late in 2023. So like it's weird to me all of a sudden you're reaching out. It's like weird to me. It is a weird to me, and I don't really know how to react to it. To me, I guess it seems like I'm being really mean, but I'm not. I'm just being Ryan. If people don't like that, fuck them. Um, Honestly, I don't really care if he comes around because I plan on being a particular version of myself in front, dealing with him because of his, because of the way he acted with me in the past. That's literally what I'm going to be. If I don't feel like talking to someone a certain way, I will talk to them the way I want to talk to them. If I feel like shorting them, or if I feel like talking a certain way, I will do what the fuck I want. Like from now on, if I want to do something a certain way, if you don't like it, oh freaking well, it's not my problem. Like I don't owe anybody to be um, devoted to myself. Sometimes when I'm just done with somebody, I will act a certain way, and sometimes it comes off as being short and whatever else, like statements. Like I guess he expects lengthy statements, but if he's the same one that was saying, "Oh, Mariah, you act like I'm a Google or a Wikipedia page, so why the hell would I trust to even talk to you the same way I used to?" Because every time I would talk to him, he would be like, say something kind of snotty or something, and it has nothing to do with his age because he can be older than you and be immature. Um, so I don't know. It's to me, it's just suspect, and that's probably why I'm not being fully myself. I don't trust this. I just think it's weird how all of a sudden, after all this time, oh, you just wanted to reach out. It's weird. Like, I don't get it. Like, just talk to your other friends. You don't have to talk to me. I mean, oh well. I wanted Chris to be the one to reach out because I want to know if he's alive. That's really the only reason I got that app back because I wanted to see if Chris was alive. And so far, nothing. So I don't know. Um, I really honestly don't know what to say. Ryan is whatever. I mean, he was only some stuff that was going on with him. I'm not gonna ever act like I don't care because certain things, because I know I've been in mental health issues and dealing with crap, I do understand. that, and I would never um, bash that because I've been exactly where he was. I've been where I've almost completed an attempt, so I understand exactly what that's like. And I would never say because you went through that, that's not like I would never like make jokes about it or anything. I mean, I'm glad that you're in a good mental health space now. I'm sorry you weren't back then. Like those particular instances, I will speak on, but I can't speak on. It's to me, it's almost like because he thinks because he forgot something or whatever in the past. It doesn't mean I forget things. I don't. I tend to hold on to things that are. I tend to more than anything. I tend on to hold on to the negative more than the positive because the negative hurts way more than the positive. So when I've been told something like repeatedly, okay, it's gonna stick in my mind as if for most people, if you're told something continuously, you're gonna think, oh, that must be some kind of problem, so don't do that. Like certain people don't mind my consistent messaging because they know it's how I am. Other people, okay, you should say him in particular, he didn't like that. So I think it's weird all of a sudden how he's like, does he not remember he told me that? Oh, I don't like you can easily message me kind of thing, or like the judgment that was there for that. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, what did you forget? What the heck is with these birds? That was weird. Sorry, I saw one bird fly up this window and one bird fly up that window, so it confused me at the same exact time. So it confused me. But the point is, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How am I supposed to act? How is acting normal? I don't fucking know anymore. Like, for some people, normal is just the way I am now. Others, and hi, Junior. And for other people, normal is what their freaking version of normal is. So what the fuck am I supposed to know? Like, I don't like being I don't like having turned parts of my personality off, but certain people can't understand parts of my personality, so I have to shut it off in order for it to cater to what they want because I'm tired because then I don't have to explain this whole bullshit again. Like I don't want to go through this whole thing where oh Mariah, I get tired of you, and then I stop talking because you're making this shit about you, which I really didn't make it about me. Um, so yeah, like what I don't know what to do there. Like um, I'm just gonna be if I want to be a certain version of myself, and I like the version I am at times when I'm not really being petty, I'm just being another version of myself. Um, and it works for certain people. I'd be a certain version of myself because I know that's all they can handle. And that's what I think Ryan can handle right now. What is going with this bird? Making me nervous. I hope it's not the same bird that flew into my window that one time. But like I was saying, certain people can handle the fullness of Ryan, others cannot. And I know that Ryan is one of those people that seems to not be able to handle the full version of Mariah. So I'm just going to be part of myself. Because then I don't have to deal with this. Because I already have headaches in general, and this is gonna cause me a headache. So fuck it. In my head. So like, well, whatever. Like me being in my 30s, him being in his 40s, I don't have time for this shit. Okay, like I already have crap going on that's making me anxious in my real life. Like dealing with this other aspect of crap is not worth my time, in my opinion. Like um, at least that's what I think. But like him being in the UK and I being in the US, whatever, that has nothing to do with anything. Thing is, like, I don't get it. Like, how do you forget parts of our friendship that you kind of caused problems with? Like, I don't get it. Like, did you purposely forget it, or did your mind just like erase itself, or is there some kind of block in your mind that forgot some of the stuff that you said and was said to me because it didn't affect you? It's why it didn't matter. Like, I don't quite understand. Like, um, honestly, I don't really know what to tell him. I don't know, like to say. Honestly, I don't even know if I should say. I don't honestly. The reason I didn't think you'd contact me because I didn't think we were friends. I didn't think that. I don't really know. I don't really trust many people. There are a few people that I'm my real full self with. I don't. I have no idea, and I don't got time for this bullshit. Or like, I don't have time for people that I don't have time for things pretend. I don't think he's pretending. He does have memory issues, so it might be that. But I don't know what to say that. But the point I'm making is that um, just I don't have time for damn games. So that's the point. I don't have time for games when I'm and dealing with crap in real life. My mental health, with my eating, that's attached to my eating, unfortunately. Like like trivial stuff. Like that's not. Honestly, I don't know if I should tell him I don't. I don't know what you are. That's exactly what I'm gonna say. I don't know what you are to me. Literally, that's what I'm gonna say after I get off here. I'm gonna say I'm messaging him that, even though it's gonna be like probably around 11 over there. I think he's 5 hours ahead right now. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna. That's what I don't know what you are to me. I really don't. Like I don't know if you're. I would not. I don't know if he's. I don't know what he is. Honestly, I don't. I used to think he was a friend, but then I don't know right now. Like literally, that's in my head. That's another reason I was shocked when I saw his message on my phone. I was like, dang, it's Chris. But no, it's not Chris. It's Ryan. I really was hoping it was Chris because I was thinking, oh, thank God he's alive. That's literally was my first thought. But no. God, can you just please like Chris like message me just like once? I don't care. I know it sounds stupid, but I really need to message me because I really have been worried. Like it's almost 3 years in October. Like I need to just know if he's alive. It's not weird. Uh, um, but I don't know. I just am in this. I still think this stupid top fan thing. I hate it. I'm sorry. It's stupid to me. I just literally think it's a stupid little aspect. I don't like it because it's like a favoritism thing, I feel like, and I don't like the favoritism aspect of this. Um, I hope my chat's not broken. Jeez. But it is what it is. Like, I'm used to. Well, of course, he used to be, Chris, I considered him like my pseudo older brother. Like, he was not my, like, biological brother, but that's what I viewed him as. So, when I lost contact with him, I got really upset and started checking the obits, which is a problem I have. I started doing that after my grandmother passed, and is a problem I have. So, it's unfortunately what I went to, and luckily I don't think I found anything. Hopefully I never ever, if I go check again, hopefully it doesn't find him, because that's what I'm scared about, because that's what happened with my Nana. I checked the first time, I remember after my grandma had passed, I checked to see if anyone else in our family died. The first time I checked, I did not see her, but then the second time, um, after I found out that my dad's aunt had passed, which is my great aunt, then I started looking into other family members, which I should not have done, but I just was curious because I just was curious, even though that was a bad idea. So yeah, this is why I'm kind of terrified to look at throw bits now because every time I find out things I don't want to. So and if I found out he died, that would like kill me. I think. Okay, maybe not kill me, but it would feel like I'm dying internally because that's how I feel every time I found out about someone dying that I'm really cared about. It hurts me like really deep in my soul and my body. So hopefully that's not like a thing because he's not much older than I am, so it makes it even harder for me. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what I would call him. I like I'm talking about Ryan, not Chris. Chris, I called him like my older brother. I hope so. Like I really, I know it's stupid to hope for something like that, but I do hope it because I've been really worried. Like ever since I stopped with communication, I've been worried since then. Um, yeah, and I will not ever talk to Jackie again. So because I know that was the only way. Sometimes I would ask her to message him, but I don't talk to her, and I'm not ever doing that again because she is not a good person. So I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Yeah. So no, but I don't know. You might think I didn't care, like, but I don't. But at the same time, it's just kind of random how he just stopped talking. That's why it was weird. That's why I thought maybe something happened. Cause he was going through some stuff, and then he just like stopped. Like all like it like ceased that same day, and I'm like, what's going on? Actually, because we were in constant. The reason why it's concerning is we were in constant contact. It was completely constant contact. So then it just stopped, and I'm like, oh gosh, what? You said as guys. Well, I know that he is the type to disappear without contact. But the thing is, that scares me is there are times he's done that, and there's bad things there was bad things that was happening, which made me. That's another reason why I'm worried. Like there was stuff that was going on legally, and other stuff that was happening. That's why I'm really concerned about it. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna say all of the stuff because I think to protect his privacy, I won't say things I know. That I was in, that I had involvement in because of his wife. I don't know if they're still married. Was telling me stuff, and I was all like, that's why I'm worried. Um, I don't want any like I don't want him to do other things I'm kind of concerned about. Like I don't want him to be like dead in the ditch. I keep thinking like that's exactly what my brain goes to, like he's dead somewhere. I just keep thinking, and I know I shouldn't think that, but that's literally what I keep thinking. Because the last time we were talking, I think his wife, well, it was before that, a little bit after that. His wife had told me that he had just lost his dad and he was going to do some things. And then he had just told me that, like, he was having problems with his marriage and stuff. Like, so, and he was in a really he wasn't in a really good spot. Um, that's another reason I was worried. Like, I know people were like, why you care? Because I care about him. Like when you have like an emotional connection to people, you don't just snap off just because you wanted to. Well, certain people, I've snapped it off because they didn't deserve to have the emotional connection more. But for him, I knew because we're like, I don't want to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I swear, I view him as a sibling, even though he's not my blood. Same with my best friend. She is like my third sister, but we're not blood. Crazy. We've almost been best friends for 15 years now. But because unfortunately, that's one thing I hate about myself. I care too deeply. So when something happens, I literally worry myself to death. And I think for this particular reason, for this particular incident, warrant concern why I'm worried. Told me a lot of stuff about his past and stuff, and it made me real concerned. Like I know things that other people in the alliance we were in doesn't do not know. Like I know things that because I was uh, someone had one of well his wife was had contacted me at one time and asked me, do I know where Chris is? And I'm like, oh, I have not spoken to him. Like, and he was like, why are you calling me? I will never forget that. He was like, why are you calling me? Because you never call me. And I'm thinking because your wife told me like this stuff about you. Like, what's going on? Are you okay? Like. I remember he just got pissed at me, like, why are you calling me? Like, of course I know he's in Michigan, which I really wish I knew, and I wish I had some relatives in Michigan. I need you to check on this person for me. He lives at this blah 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 address. If I knew the address and that's people in Michigan, I would literally tell them to please go check on this guy, because I've literally been concerned about him for like almost 3 years now. Like, I need you to like check because I'm worried. See, if I knew his address, and I had family there, I would literally tell them, please go check on this person. I'm completely concerned. You said there are a few. That I hate that. That's horrible. I don't want. I'm sorry you have to be in the same situation I'm in. I hate that. Uh, and I think because I think for me it's a little bit different, only because of once I view it as a death. I worry about the death thing because of when I lost my grandmother. I started having obsessions with death, like worrying some people around me have died. Like I know people are going to die, but I'm concerned to the point where when I don't hear from somebody, I think something really bad's happened to them, like they died. That's literally what I think now. So that's why. Because I haven't heard from him so long, I'm worried like he died. I'm just kind of hoping he just was enjoying his life and forgot about me, even though it sounds really selfish, but that's what I hope. Um, um, but I'm concerned because I just feel worried because after his divorce from his first wife, or when he was going through that shit, he was going to do some really bad mental health stuff, which is why I'm concerned. That's why God, can't you just like make a way for him to come? Like, I really just wish he would, like, I know it sounds stupid. I kind of wish he'd come to Maryland so I could find him, so I could see him, like, to make sure he's fine. I know it sounds stupid. I need to like, can you just like make a way for that to happen? Because like, I'm just worried that he done something and I can't. I don't know. I know people are like, Mariah, it's not your fault if he did something. It will be my fault because I could have stopped it. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if like you're Mariah, you did everything. That don't mean nothing to me. It's like if someone in your family did something like that. Like if I did something, I'm sure someone in my family would feel guilty, even though it wouldn't be their fault. But that's how I feel because I knew all the stuff and I didn't say anything. Unfortunately, because I don't know where he is, I can't do anything about this. Like I can't even if I knew where he was in Michigan, I can't tell the police to call the police in Michigan because I don't know where in Michigan he is, so I can't do like a welfare check, which I really wish I could do. Um, that would be like literally the best. I'm just worried, like, especially because he has kids. It's not just he has kids. He has two boys. And I'm just concerned because of the mental health state he was in, and I know he also has mental health issues on top of the mental state thing. He has some disorder. I'm not saying it on here because I know it was told to me in confidence what he has. So yeah, I'm very concerned, and I don't know. I know with that particular disorder he has, it can cause like very bad depression and suicide stuff. Probably become more rampant than if he didn't have that, and that's another reason I'm concerned. Like, God, can you just give me a sign he's like alive? Something in my gut is telling me he's not. I don't know why. I just want that to go away. Cause I've had those before. I've had those feelings before where like that one case I did, I like literally, my God, I just knew, I don't know how to explain it. That's why I was devastated before I did that case, because I knew somewhere in my body, I knew that he was not alive. I don't know how I knew that, I just knew it. And that's one thing that scares me, because sometimes I can feel something before it already happened. It's like, I don't like that. And that's the one thing I've always worried about. Like, that's the one reason why I'm concerned. Because in my body, I feel like he's not alive, and that's why I just want a sign that he is. I want to be wrong. I like being wrong with that. I don't like being right. It's because it's not I don't even know what to say. It's just not. I don't know. It would just make my mind at ease, but I don't know. I mean, if he like left the U.S. and went somewhere else, that's his choice. But at least contact Mariah. Like, come on. You know, I need to like. I know he knows that I don't like when he does this. Like, I don't like when people do this to me. He actually, no, he knows that because I've told him. It just is very. I just kind of want him to come out like one day, like random, and like message me. I don't care if that sounds stupid. Also, Nick and Mildred, just to warn you, there are. Okay, I shouldn't say there are. There is one person I've noticed on this channel. I don't know. I hopefully God. I hope to God they don't become a stalker. Yesterday I had this whole message on my one of my videos. It didn't go through. It didn't go through. But just watch. Just be careful. Just be. I'm just making you aware, both of you. If there is someone that comes on here, like they put some message that says "I love you," blah blah, all these number, like all this stuff after it, please let me know, because some of the messages I see on that you guys don't get to see, because I don't know if you can see that, have access to it. You might. On my It's in held in review kind of folder thing, which I don't know if you have access to. Thanks, Nick. But there are, I just sometimes feel stalkerish vibes. So for that particular message, I deleted it. But if you see that on this channel, anyone that says something like that, like I love you and all this other stuff after it, like it's like a long run on thing. Like, can you let me know? Because I like being aware, because I'm trying to. Because I've been getting weird in You don't have access, I wasn't sure. But the reason I say that. Oh, and hi, Larry. And Nick said that because I always say I don't like that. I don't like people saying the said hi. Just please just say hi instead. But like I was saying, I have felt sometimes based on certain messages I see, even if they've gone through or not gone through, if they've gone through and I don't like what's being said, I will immediately take it down, remove or block. This particular message didn't go through. I deleted it, but I didn't block them yet because I'm watching to see if the behavior continues. So far, it hasn't, but if it does, it will be immediate block, because it just gives me a weird, creepy vibe kind of thing to it. So, just letting you know. Um, I feel like, I don't know, I'm just trying to protect myself and this channel, because it's not just me that will be like, it's not just me that could become a target. Other people can be too. So I'm not just no, it's some random new person. It's some new person I never heard of. So but I'm just being cautious about it, just to warn you, just in case it happens, because I don't know. Because sometimes people, I sometimes worry that like there are some weird intentions behind certain posts. So I'm just making you aware. Unfortunately, I have to deal with this. I just worry because like random people, like normal people, can get stalkers just like celebrities do. So luckily that hasn't happened again, and hopefully I don't ever have to deal with that again. Cause that was terrifying the first time, and I've had to deal with it. That's another reason. Another reason I took my not just because of the online stalker I had. It's why I took my email off the YouTube page. I also had people kept messaging me about editing, so I took that down off of there because of that. Because it was continuously pulling my email off there to message me at random. Some people I don't know. So I don't want to deal with that. And also because I had an online stalker, I think it's important to maybe protect that particular thing because I don't want random messages. We already see how the trolls are, so I'm glad they don't have access to that. And hopefully they don't ever get access to that. But it's really interesting. It's just really interesting how many trolls we have. All these different trolls coming in saying different things, but we also have a lot of awesome people. Um, Hopefully, I hope eventually. I'm hoping by the end of this month we'll get to 1600, but we'll see. I guess. Still waiting to get to 50 to 80 so I can post the options for the poll, but we're not there yet. We're close, but we're not there yet. I don't honestly. I'm just being myself. I don't really know how to not like with you as I'm fully myself. Other people can't handle that, so I have to temper it. Unfortunately, um, and that's how it goes. Like certain people can handle it, and certain people cannot handle fullness of my personality, so I pull it back. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna ask him that question. I'm curious to see what he says we are to what we are because I don't know what he is to me right now. Um, it is sad that I have to do it, but some people don't deserve to have access to my full personality because they've harmed it already. That's why. That's why I do it. Sometimes, actually, that's the reason I actually do it is because some people have hurt me emotionally as a person. So I pull my personality back. So because they don't deserve access to it after they've hurt it. Um, so I. That's why I do it. Um, Luckily, I think this is not trending, so which is good because then we don't have all these trolls on here, which is great because I don't like the trolls or the haters. I hate that we had to make being my true self is awesome, but some people don't deserve it. They don't deserve to see that. Others deserve it more. I feel bad for the people that don't get to see it because of the people that are rude. But I tailor how I approach somebody based on if they've hurt me or not. That's how I tailor it. So if you've hurt me multiple times and you continuously do the same thing, then I change the way I am around you because I don't trust what you're doing is not going to happen again. That's probably what I'm doing with. Actually, that's exactly what I'm doing with Ron. I did the same thing with Raul because of that too. Like Mildred, Nick is my fullness, my person, my ex has, my best friend has, because they are trusted with it because they haven't harmed me and have never made me feel bad for being fully myself. Like the people that don't make me feel bad about being fully myself, then that you get to see my full personality. People that have hurt me, and why do you deserve to see my full personality? I feel like you don't deserve to have like the fullness of Mariah when you're being a shitty person. Um, but yeah. I don't know. I'm just curious to see which I do. I'm very curious to see which option is going to be chosen. Like, 'cause I think the two options I have is these are two options that I'm going to put. I think it's one is true or dare, and I have to unfortunately put appropriate statements around. And of course, the reason I write that is because we all know that people can subscribe even if they aren't have good intentions. Because when you subscribe only, and if someone wants to join, they could just subscribe, which makes me think I might have to put a time limit on subscribing. like for that, like how I do for my Saturday ones, because like some people will subscribe and come in there just to say some shit like things like just because, which is I don't even know what the hell I would call that. I put there's a time limit on how long you have to be. There's always been, well, I think there's always been that. There's a time limit on how long you have to be a subscriber before you can comment in my live stream chat. So, and that's what I do on my Saturday streams. I put on if you've been a subscriber for this amount of time, because I used to have it on anyone who is a subscriber can respond, but because there were trolls that were coming in, just describing and then trolling my channel, I decided, yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna put it on for 5 minutes, or if I decide if it's getting way worse with the trolling, I'll exceed the amount. But people that have been subscribers for a while, they don't have that limit. But the ones that just randomly start subscribing, I put a limit on there for that because of the trolling. It does help. Like, unfortunately, I hate that it's on my Saturday streams because I feel like it definitely suppresses the amount of people that see it because of that. But I don't know. It might not, but I do suspect it does. But because it's because of the damn trolls why I have to do this. It's some bullshit. Like, I don't like that because of the trolling. I have to, um, basically, because I have to protect myself, I have to put this on because I just wish there was a dang button that says all trolls are blocked, so I don't have to do any of that. I could just do the stream like this, and um, it'd be fine. But because we have trollers, people that troll for no damn reason, come on this channel, and we've had people come on the channel saying inappropriate stuff not is gonna fly, um, which sucks for them because they found out it doesn't fly on this channel. Um, I just wish that was a thing, but unfortunately I can't. There's nothing I can do. YouTube does whatever it wants. But and I do wonder if they let the trolls through because they know it's gonna make the channel more like seen more. But then at the same time, maybe they don't realize the trolls are gonna come through when the channel becomes more like seen. I don't know. It's just more I thought. And the people that the one thing I try not to do, because I have been a lurker in the past, like whatever, a person that just watches and doesn't say things, depending on what I'm doing, because I've done that with when I was listening to Scare and Payback because I was doing something while I was actually watching or listening. I don't make them feel bad because I know sometimes people don't feel they're shy. I'm a shy person, which you probably can't tell, but I am very shy. Um, I become more comfortable. I wouldn't say perfectly comfortable as I've done more of these because of learning it's 100% fine to be Mariah fully. Like, people I don't like it, that's not my problem. I wasn't made to be prim and perfect because some people think they have to be prim and perfect in order to get attention. Some people think like me, it's okay to be fully yourself, which I honestly people don't like that. You have ADHD. I have ADHD. I'm dyslexic and I'm autistic. Oh, nice name. I like your name, Luke. What was I gonna say? Um, I don't try to hide being myself, not on my channel. People probably like, why not? Because why the hell should I? This space is a safe space for myself, and hello. Um, this is a space for myself and everyone else in the disability community, and I try my best to allow them to live their like have their chances to express their lived experiences, and I express my own, which I think is only fair because a lot of us don't get to, okay, not everybody, of course never everybody, but some of us don't get to experience that in real life or online, so they have to, I think they should have a space where they can be freely themselves, respectfully first off, and I mean, don't try to put your experience on someone else, like don't try to, well, first, what I should say is don't try to minimize someone else's experience because you don't go through the same thing, which I think is only fair to say. Because I've gone through different things doesn't mean that every person is going to go through the same thing I've gone through. Some of them make it relate, but it may not be their experience. And I would never try to minimize their experience because I didn't go through the same thing. I may not know everything. Let's just be honest. I most likely don't know everything because I am not. I'm only one person. And of course, we know every person with disability is not the same. So people are gonna have very unique experiences. Some are gonna have similar. Some are gonna have partially different because they may have different disabilities on top of each other. They collide and do whatever they're doing. Like for me, I have three different ones, and sometimes they do. Most of the time, I just let them do what they need to do. Like I can't, because I can't. I don't coddle them. My parents never coddled me for it, which is great because some parents coddle their kids because they know they're gonna have to deal with more, but it doesn't help them in the long run, which is why I say about coddling it's can be dangerous. At least I think it can be dangerous. That's my personal experience. I've seen in cases where um, yeah, I just think it won't be beneficial. Like when if the child goes out in the real world without their parents, which I don't know. So it depends on different case. Different cases you may not be able to do that because it depends on how severe the disability is and how severely it affects them. So it could be you could have someone that is nonverbal and needs their parents all the time. It's possible, and you can have one that's very that's hello someone that is verbal and has disabilities and may be more independent. So it can depend, and also someone that's um, nonverbal and like bedridden. Like you have different aspects. There's different aspects to disabilities, not the same thing. Um, you said you think that life experiences are extremely valuable to others. Um, oh, you changed your. Thank you for letting me know. I swear I wouldn't have guessed that. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. How do I say your name? Is it Biddy Rose? Did I say that? Hopefully I said it right. Hopefully. Oh gosh, I hope I said that right. Um, oh good. So you said Nick said that you think that lived experiences are extremely valuable to others. On this channel, I agree, and it does offer a unique perspective. Um, and thank you for letting me know that you changed your name. I appreciate you telling me that. But the point I don't know. I feel like being Mariah is a lot. It's like a mixed bag. You don't know. I say to myself sometimes, I don't know what today's gonna be because it depends on a lot of different things. It depends on my mood. Depends on how bad my anxiety is, how good it is. Which let's be honest, this is never really good. That good. Um, it depends on what's going on, what kind of mood I wake up. It depends on what's happening in the atmosphere because it affects how my body is. Unfortunately, that's the thing. And that's why I don't. That's another reason why I don't listen to the news because I can't deal with because when I watch or listen to the news, I take on whatever stupid. If something really bad is happening in the on the news, I'll take on whatever emotions on it, which is why I can't listen to the news or look at it. I try to avoid it as much as I can, which is probably not normal, but I don't care. Um, because my body takes on the emotion of that. So like if something is really sad, like this is why, like literally why I shouldn't have looked at the news like on accident, because it pops up on my Google like thing. It tells me like what's happening, and I know what's happening in Texas, which I really am not trying to talk about because then I'm gonna get upset. But the point is, I take on that stuff, like, especially when I hear children have died, it makes my heart, makes me upset. Like, it does make me really sad. So I try to avoid, like, which is really bad for me because it's weird because when I see certain things, like when I found out about those little girls and their dad killed them or whatever, and they can't find the dad, it made me angry. But that's because my true crime side and the thing about children that thing was activated because I don't like people doing things to. I don't care. I don't care who you are to the child in reference to the child. I don't care what. I don't care if you're the relative, the loved one, you're a stranger. I don't care. The child needs to be left alone. The children need to be left alone. Leave them alone. Don't bother them. And so I just, mm, I just don't like. I don't like. I don't. I also don't like death. But I don't think anyone likes death in particular. If you do, I don't really want to know about that because it just sounds kind of really odd. But yeah. Um, what was I think? What was I saying? Oh yes, there's the three. That's one of the groups I don't like being messed with children. That's one of the groups. The other one is well, the other two are the elderly and the disability community. I hate any of those groups. And if it's two in one, if it's like children and they have disabilities, like that, don't touch that. If it's the elderly and have disabilities, that's the hell no. You said, do you know the thing where someone does something horrible, then gets mad if I don't know. Wait, what do you mean? You're saying, is it a normal reaction? I'm confused. What do you mean, Mildred? My brain like is trying to figure out what that means. My brain cannot fully, the autistic side trying to figure out what do you mean? My brain, can you like clarify that, please? Well, I'm glad that you don't understand because it makes me feel better when someone that's not like me and doesn't understand because then I feel like I know my brain is different, it processes information different, but then I thought maybe it's because I just can't understand it. So, because I can't answer the question if I don't understand what it means. I know I'm not going to be mean. You understand why I'm like this, Mildred. You understand because you're similar to me. Oh, good. Thank you for giving me an example. So, for example, if you have a student, let me say, sorry, have a classroom with an abusive teacher, and mm, oh, that's what you meant. You said if there's a classroom with an abusive teacher and they slap someone and you react. Yeah, I don't react. Oh no, that's not the thing. I don't react. Oh no, I don't react. Oh no, I want to do things. Like I remember when my mom told me of this story. So I'm trying really hard not to get pissed because I know I get angry. Where this teacher or aide, I don't remember what the hell they were. And the reason I get angry about the person because they did something they shouldn't have did. So you know how I used to work with kids that are neurodivergent like me. Well, let's be honest, I've had incidences where they run out of the classroom or elope. I've even had incidences where they elope outside of the building. I've had that happen. But never once have I ever thought to do something this abusive. I remember my mom told me this child, she had read it on the news or something. The child was like eloped out of the building. Okay, that's normal because they don't want to be in that space. But um, the person ran at the child, which is normal too. That's normal. The part that's not normal is this part. The part where they got the child, and then because I guess they were pissed at the child, they decided let me put the child upside down, and like you can, of course, you can still hold the child, but put the child upside down and walk them back into the building. I think that's abusive behavior, especially because the child was nonverbal. It's not like it could. It's not like the child could communicate like this is wrong. Also, I think in that particular situation, if there is situations like the child wants to go outside, like they should have like I don't know if they had it in their classroom. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about this whole situation. I do know the end result. I think that person then got fired, and I don't feel bad for them for that. But I think they should have pictures of like if they have to go to the bathroom and you want to go outside, they should have like picture cards because in certain situations where child's nonverbal, that's what we had. We had picture cards of like point to this or like can you point to what you want? Like she would. I remember this little girl. She was nonverbal, and we want like we if she wanted something, she'd point so we could know because she didn't. I don't think we didn't know all the signs. We know certain signs, but for her, she would not use the sign language, so there was no way for us to know since she's nonverbal. And so like if he wanted to go outside, he could have pointed like I want to go outside because maybe for him he was too stimulated inside, which I understand. Me being autistic, I get overstimulated myself, so I completely understand. But because I guess maybe why the one thing I never understood, but this is one thing I've never thought. I mean, I think, but because I'm an adult, I think now. I'm thinking why aren't certain areas like fenced off from the public? I'm not trying to be rude. There should be, in my opinion, in schools. Let's just be honest, particularly elementary schools, because of the safety risk. I think there should be like a gate. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. Um, a gate so they can't just get off the property. But that's just a thought. I don't know, it sounds stupid, but for me, because I have dealt with kids eloping, which means leaving the area. That's what eloping means. It's not like eloping as in getting married because there's two different. That's two different things. But um, so like my point is because I've had instances, I do remember having I've had to chase multiple kids before, so I do understand getting frustrated. I've gotten frustrated. I got frustrated when I had to chase a little girl around the freaking school because she was thinking she's not going she's not going where I don't want to. I don't like going where I don't want to. Completely understand, little girl, but unfortunately, I wish I could take you to the gym every day so I didn't have to deal with this crap every day. But no, and I was the only one ever, like out of all the people in that classroom, I was the only one that always chased after this child all the bloody time. Nobody else ever did it. And I wonder after I left, did she still do that behavior? You're just wondering what type of typical. I don't honestly. I've dealt with a lot of bad behaviors from different children. I've been bit before, like multiple times. I've been punched. I've been slapped. I've dealt with a lot of different situations. And I've never reacted to any of them, even though I was pissed when they happened. I would never ever react to a child or child because I realize even when I before I even worked in the school system when I was volunteering I was bit on my leg pretty significantly, even though it was not luckily each time I was bit I was not bit on my bare skin, but I've had bruises because of the bites. Let's be honest. Um, Even if they're through my pants or through my through my jacket. I've been bit my arm multiple times, my legs multiple times, and I still never reacted because I realized that these children are frustrated. I realized that a little boy when he first bit me the first time, I knew he was frustrated because he was trying to tell me something. I could not clearly understand him. It wasn't his fault that I couldn't clearly understand it because of he had when he was a little he had some kind of medical procedure because he had cancer, so it caused his speech to be garbled, so I could not understand. I know he was trying to tell me something, and because he was getting so upset, and sometimes I know for autistic kids and kids, be honest, I probably was one of those kids that used to do that too before I was broken of the behavior. Actually, I'm pretty certain I was one of those kids that used to do that. I'm not sure if it's a sensory thing or a frustration thing or something else because I've had kids most of the time they bite me when they're frustrated, but I understand because they're like, I'm trying to tell you something you're not getting what I'm trying to tell you, so let me do that. And I would let's be honest, most people when they get bitten, they would be pissed. They would be pissed about it. But there's nothing you can do. Like people, I remember, I remember, like people were like, Mariah, why do you deal with this? Because I realize it's not because they're not doing it because they're not really mad at you. They're just mad at the situation because you're not understanding the situation. They need a reaction. So let me just. I remember this one time. I like this little boy. I have dealt with little girls and little boys that both bit me, but I know one time I was slapped because the little girl was, but this was different, completely different, not the same thing. The teacher had warned me when this girl is about to have a seizure. Has, she has in her brain, I guess it does a misfire where it makes her angry. And so when she gets like that, she will, like, the girl slapped me so hard my glasses flew off, which told me, it kind of shocked me. It didn't really scare me because I kind of expected it to come for some reason because I was warned. I knew it was going to eventually come because I could tell something was about to happen. I've never actually seen. I've only seen a seizure I think one time. Actually, no, I've seen it more than once. But in I never seen that little girl that had the seizure problem. I never saw her actually have a seizure. I just knew she was going to. Um, each child, honestly, but the thing is, just because the child does that, the funny thing is the ones that bite the hardest are the ones that are actually probably more sweet than anything. Like, and I do sometimes wonder, like, then sometimes I think if I was like, if my disability was like a little bit more severe, I could be like that. Like, I get frustrated, but I think because I can verbalize my frustration, it doesn't come out as biting or like any kind of physical kind of thing, even though it probably could at one point if I get mad enough, but um because maybe more because I can verbalize more. What is with this bird? Sorry, it's way close to my window, so I thought I was gonna smack into my window. I wonder if it's a baby bird. Sorry. God, please let this bird not do this, because I'm worried, kind of worried it's going to break into my window. Sorry, guys. Just kind of, because it kind of scared me a little bit, because I saw the thing fly down and then fly up. I think it's learning how to fly. I think it might be a baby bird. And I'm not, if a bird gets near and I run away, it's not my fault, because I definitely think about birds. Yeah, no. It's like, but, I know, for me, one thing that made me upset, hello. One thing that made me a little bit upset back, well, it's another reason why I quit my job. Wasn't just because of the little girl, because if it was because the little girl was one of the reasons that I quit my job, but the other one is because the one of my coworkers, my former coworkers, was blaming me for the little child's behavior, which is not my fault. I can't make a child do what she was doing. I can't make her do that pee and poop thing she was doing. I can't make her not bite me or bite you or whatever. I can't make her not run around the room. I can't make her behavior. And I remember the teacher that I worked with, which was the reason I left. That she was the reason. It wasn't the other aide I was working with. She was making it seem like everything was my fault, and I was like, because she was acting a certain way towards me. I was like, I'm done with this situation. So I probably would have stayed more likely if I wasn't dealing with two situations on top of. I already had anxiety from that child, and then she put her emotional abusive crap on me, caused an emotional abusive situation on my part. She knew about my disabilities. She wasn't making things better. She was making it worse for me mentally, and so I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with this shit. I don't have to. And I don't feel bad for leaving. I miss my one other coworker who I really liked her. I remember the first time I told her about my disability, she was like, Mariah, I just see who you are. Like, um, the other lady was like that. The teacher used to be like that, but before we had this little girl in the class, the whole atmosphere was completely different. But when the little girl came, the whole thing shifted because all our focus was on that little child. We gotta keep her safe all the time. Not that there was anything wrong with keeping her safe, but because she behaved like in a way that was unconducive for the environment she was in, it just messed up the whole mood, the whole atmosphere, and the whole thing. We had to get extra staff because of her, because of one bloody child. We had to get extra staff, which tells me she shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And behavioral therapy doesn't work for can be abusive. Luckily, thank God, I never had to do ABA, and I don't think back then, I don't know if they had to, because who knows. And I'm glad never had to do it. I know people have gone, there are children that have gone through it, and I've read experiences, and I'm glad I never did that, because it's abusive behavior. It's caused harm and other things, and I'm glad that I never had to do it. I feel bad for anyone that has to do it and go through a horrible, terrible thing. Like, it's in my opinion, it's a very abusive therapy type of therapy, because you have people like basically manipulating you. Based on what I've read in the video I've done on it, you have people manipulating your things about, like, for example, say you like music, and they know that's one way they control you by like withholding things from you because you're not doing what they want, like not complying. Or say you love animal crackers, or like withholding that from me. That is actually not, that's not one. I'm so glad that I didn't do that. I feel so bad for all the people that had to go through the traumatic experience, because that's something, that kind of trauma, I don't know if you can really get that. I don't know if you can even really, even if you go to actual real therapy, not ABA therapy. I don't know if it would be easy to trust ever again after that, because I remember reading this experience where this parent sent her child to ABA, and she couldn't be close enough. She wasn't close enough to them where she didn't, because she didn't wasn't there. She was like told that all this stuff is great for her child, and her child came back, or she went to visit her child, and she saw the child was completely different, acting very violent and all this stuff, because of the stuff that was happening because of the ABA, which that like, and unfortunately after she got him out of the environment, she still had trauma after that. That's one thing Like if I have a kid that's like me, I'm not letting them. I'm not giving them ABA therapy won't be a thing we'll be doing. That will not be happening. Like I won't give that to. I won't do that to my child, ever. Like I think that's bullshit. And a lot of that's exactly what I was gonna say. A lot of neurotypicals think that it's okay to do the ABA because they want them to be like them, and we're not meant. Like me, Nojin, and all the other people that are part of the disability community are not meant to be like other people. We're not meant to act a certain way. We're meant to be ourselves. So when we're not ourselves, you see the reason why the probably in compliance or whatever behavior is happening is because you're doing restricting them from what they want. So for example, like say they want food, not that you shouldn't like restrict anyone from eating, but of course I understand portion control too. But like for example, if say the child says they're hungry and you tell them you can't have food for like an unusual amount of time, like say like they're hungry like right now and they want the food. Oh, you have to do this, and let's be honest, if I was hungry and I'm really, really hungry, and you tell me I have to do this and this and this in order to get my food, I'm not doing anything until I get my food. So for me, I know for myself personally because I've never really been in, I've never been in an ABA thing, but I know what it's like when I'm told I have to do something that I don't want to. For example, when I'm told I have to eat a particular food and I don't want it, people that know me know, well, based on past experiences, I know that I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. Like, for example, if I'm told I have to eat tomatoes and I don't want the tomatoes, I will sit there until you give up because I'm not giving up. I will sit there. That's because I've done it before in my past. So I'm not the one to. Thing is, not. I think people think some people have um, very weak will. Some of us have actually stronger wills than most. So, like, just because you want something doesn't mean everybody wants it. You said you think it's awesome, honestly, that the progression of the community where people commonly know that ABA. Yeah, I didn't know ABA was abuse, which is really sad when I think about it because that's actually I know people are involved. They hate me for saying this. Before I knew about ABA because I'm autistic, because I had disability, I thought that was a good thing back before I knew more about it. Because I actually wanted to do that as a career at one point. But I'm glad I decided after I learned all about it. I was like, hell no! I'm glad I didn't do. I was telling myself, yeah, I'm glad I did not do that as a career because like I'd be harming more than I mean because the way they present it, it sounds like you're helping people, but that's a fucking lie. I don't like how they do like because I remember when I was reading over like stuff about it, it sounds so good. Like they freaking coax you into making you think you believe, like to make you believe it's actually you're helping people, but it's not really what you're doing. Um, it's kind of sad actually when I think about it. Hmm. He said sensibility happens outside of the disability therapy. Yeah, it does inflict more trauma than it actually helps, I would say. I know there are people in schools. I know there was a few people I think that their parents were doing ABA. One of them, I think one of the children, actually no, one of the children I was working with ABA. I know someone else was trying to get ABA, but um, for the child, but they couldn't get it. You said something happened back in 2000. In the 2000s, well, in 2000 particularly, I was only 8, so I don't really know that. So I don't know much about that. You said where in the community people advocated and then people came aware that it was abuse. See, I didn't know anything about this because in the 2000s, well, in the early 2000s, I would have been a child, so I wouldn't have known that. Later-ish 2000s, I would have been a teen and then eventually, been an adult. But, um, yeah. If you're talking about really early 2000s, I wouldn't have known about this because little kid. Um, so I wasn't aware. They don't teach you, like, to be honest, they don't, which I think is a disservice. I was talking to I can't remember if I was talking to my mom or my dad. Somebody I was talking to in my family, and I was saying, I wish they would teach about, I think it was my mom, I think I was talking to, or my dad, one of the two. And I was telling them, I said, I wish actually, it might have been my sister. Somebody in my family, it was either my sister, my mom, or my dad, one of those three. Um, and I was saying, I wish they taught, like, like about different disabilities in school, and I wish they taught like the effects. Like I was talking about something involving one of my family members, and I was like, I wish I knew about some of this stuff in the past, so I would have known how to react to it. Like, and I won't give specifics because um, it's something one of my family members has gone through, and out of respect for their privacy, I won't say what I'm gonna say that particular incident. I mean the whole experience. She still has to deal with it to this day. But yeah. You said so the sensibility persists in some other communities still, but knowledge is out there, and coercion is plainly no. I believe that. Also, in my opinion, someone said, I don't know if it's a true statement. I can't say if it is because I'm not part of the LGBT thing. The LGBT, the group, the LG, what I'm talking about. I can't say it right. The LGBTQ community, I'm not part of it. I've heard that the like gay conversion they say is equivalent to like the ABA. I don't know if this is true. The ABA conversion, like how to convert them not to be gay or whatever, or the other stuff is similar to not trying for people that are neurodivergent to make them neurotypical. I can't say if that's a true statement. I've never been either one of those. I've never done either one of those things, so I can't say for a fact that that's a true statement. People that have been a part of both of them can tell me. I can't say on them because I've not been part of either one of them. I've not. I've never been through the LGBTQ, community. Like try to convert them. I've never been through that because I'm not part of that community, nor am I a part of. I'm part of the neurodivergent community, but I've never done ABA, so say if I can't say if it's but based on my knowledge of the ABA thing, I would say probably more likely trying to convert them into being neurotypical. I can't say for a fact that's what they're trying to do, but that's what I think they're trying to do. That's just Mariah's opinion, though. Um, you said that you think that's a problem. Sorry, that's a problem with closed communities that they don't get exposure and outdated abuse. Um, my brain is the wrong of length. Sorry, sensibilities can persist. Oh, hello. Um, where's I at? Sorry. Can persist beyond where it's no longer considered acceptable in common society. You see, Nick can agree with me. And you're from the UK. Hi, hello. I'm a girl, by the way. Oh, you're saying that's your name, UK man, road man. I see what you said there. I see what you mean. Never mind. You're not calling me a guy. You're just saying that's what you're saying. Okay, but I just think there's a lot more that society can do for a lot of groups that are marginalized, but they're not doing it. I don't feel like they're doing enough still. I definitely think that I don't care what nobody says. I think all schools around the world should have some kind of curriculum when it comes to putting in I think every grade. A child should not come up to me being an adult, and ask me like, why is this kid like this? They should be learning about in their classes, and then like so they don't have to ask Miss Mariah Burley about anything because they know what's happening. So I know I understand. It's not that I would ever neglect a child to ask me a question, because I do answer the questions. But in my opinion, if they were taught it in school, they could just ask them clarifying questions, even though I may not know the answer. But I'd rather them have clarifying questions than like, to me, when kids laugh at kids that are nonverbal, it tells me they're ignorant to it because they don't know anything about that child, which is why I say it's a disservice to these kids getting up into like the upper grades, or even like from the lowest grade in kindergarten up into like fifth grade, and they don't know nothing about like this. Like, why don't they know anything about this? Like, even when I was, you would think me being in my 30s now, this would not still be an issue with them kids not knowing about different disabilities only after they encounter it, they know of it, but they should know about it from like maybe not kindergarten, but at least from first grade on. They because like that's bullshit. Like I think it's shitty that when I was a child, me having my own disabilities, I didn't really understand them in the fullness, and I should have because it should have been taught. This should have been in curriculum. Like, makes sense why a lot of people that are neurodivergent and in the disability community feel less than because we're never ever talked about. We're never ever made to known that made it's never made known that our disabilities are not less than, they're just part of us, and we are allowed to live the way we are with them. Like that's never even taught. So like how the hell it makes sense why some people hate their disabilities and hate themselves for having them because they're not told, oh, this is okay to have this. You're just different. You think differently. Like it's okay to think differently. You don't everyone thinks differently and gets to an answer different ways. Like that's a normal thing. Like just because you have a disability doesn't make you less than. And I wish some of that stuff was taught. Like and you teach them about like people that are blind, they use braille, like all the different things. Like people that are deaf, they can use sign language. They some of them may be able to mouth read. Like you have to slow down, which I don't think I'd be good at because I talk really really fast. I do know some sign language, but I would not say I know. I would not say, oh, thanks. But I would not say that I'm perfect. Well, let's be honest, who is perfect? And also, we know that not all sign language is. My bad, Moj. I did not read your statement. Or Nick's, my bad. Let me go back and read. You said you weren't taught anything about disabilities in your school environment. I wish you were. I wish it was taught around the world, like I said, but I'm only one person. I can't do it. I know, like, funny thing is, even back in when I was a kid and even a teenager, we weren't taught about anti-bullying. Nowadays, because bullying has become an epidemic, they have these anti-bullying, like, they have these anti-bullying campaign things. Just interesting because, like, I wish I had that because I was going through some shit, man, and I needed that. And the people weren't there. Like, the people, well, my mom was there, but I told her not to get involved because I knew based on these evil. I'm trying not to get mad. Okay, based on the people that I had to deal with, that would have made it. That would probably would have made it worse for me. So I told her not to get involved. My mom is one of the. My mom has always been like this since I was little. When something is to. When something or someone emotionally hurts or does something, some kind of harm to the child, like her child, she is one of those moms that you don't want to do that shit to. You don't want to do that because I love, that's the one thing, that's one of the things I love in my mom. I've always admired that about her. I tell her that. I think she probably gets tired of me saying it, but it's true. You said you feel harsh saying this, but you think bullying happens to take a cue from whatever the local authority is. And places where authority encourages abuse does not magically start educating well about acceptance and anti-bullying. You mean if bullying happens in high school, you think the teachers and administration encourage it? I guess. I don't know. From my experience, I wouldn't say that's what happened for me. I wasn't the teachers and the administration encourage it for me, like encourage it, and some of them just were ignorant. They weren't. And also I didn't tell. I told in high school. I think I told the teacher, but I think because she was already having problems managing class, so I didn't want to add that to her plate. I told her, but I don't know if she was overwhelmed or whatever. But that's whatever. That's in the past. I mean, I can't live in the past. That was 17 years ago. It's insane when I say that. It did affect me for a long time. A lot of self-hatred, a lot of brokenness, a lot of tears and suicide attempts and suicide ideation. But luckily, I'm in a great mental health space. I didn't think I'd ever be in that space where I could like go months and years without suicide attempts, major ones. Um, you said people, especially students, don't bully. where when where they don't. Well, none of the bullies I had were ever rewarded by authority ever. Like they just did it because they knew it'd get to me. My personal experience. They knew that it made me upset, like made me very upset. I already didn't have self esteem back when, and I didn't get to really be myself back when I was supposed to learn. Like all the times, well, being a teenager, I didn't get the same experiences as normal teenagers got. Like understanding, becoming yourself, being yourself, none of that stuff was something that I really got to do as a teenager because those are times that were taken from the bully, and then I had a lot of self hate and very low self esteem, a lot of different, and I'm not going to blame first off, I'm not going to blame. I won't blame the teachers um because like I said, I don't know what's going on. We don't know anything about. I think about it. I don't know. I know they're the adult, but I don't know anything about their personal life. I don't know if they're confident. They could also have low self-esteem. How do we know? I don't know. Um, I don't know anything about them. They could have their own mental health struggles. I literally don't know. Luckily, I didn't. The one thing I will say that was a beneficial that for me is that I could just go home, even though I had the bullying in person. At least if I had it on online in person, I probably wouldn't be here right now because I could not take that. Because I remember that one girl. She was around my age. If she was alive, she'd be about my age. She had it both in person and online, which means she couldn't escape. And even though the harm the bullying did to me personally, which it did do a lot of harm, unfortunately. I think it also did a lot. There was some good that it did do. Like this is why on this channel I don't allow bullies to stay on here because of that. I don't allow if I see somebody being bullied, I stand up for them immediately because I didn't do that for myself back in those times. I do agree that bystanders. That's the one thing I will say. I do think that bystanders, which I did have back then. I had bystanders with teachers and bystanders with children. Even though children is not supposed to, can't really do anything because they're a child. Um, they could tell somebody, but sometimes if you tell somebody that the people might not be so busy they don't even hear you. Like I know for lunch, like that. Yeah, back in when I was a teenager, the lunchroom was very busy and chaotic. So I could understand why some of the people who walked around the room may have not witnessed some of the stuff because the whole way it was chaotic. They may have thought, oh, maybe they're throwing this stuff at someone else or throwing it in the trash and they missed, which I know for a fact that's not what happened. But honestly, it might be why I hate. That might be why I hate carrots too. Another reason why I don't like carrots because of that. I I don't like. I definitely don't like hard carrots, and it might be because of that reason. Because they were thrown at me. I don't like. I didn't like carrots, and I didn't like the soft carrots, but I think it might be why I don't like the hard carrots. Could be because of that. I attach it to that memory. Which is actually sad when I think about it. Um, you said more of the case of some teachers choosing to blind eye. It doesn't directly affect them. I just wish I could have had Miss Wedder as my teacher for my whole life, but that's not how it works. I know she's a girl. I don't know how old she is now, but I really liked her. She was my favorite teacher of out of all the years I was in school. She's my favorite teacher. Um, it's because she treated me as a human being. Like I'm not saying other people did not treat me as a human being, but because of the it's not that the other teachers didn't care. It's just something about her way. Even my mom thought the same similar. I guess she must have seen something similar than what I saw because that was the only teacher my mom ever when she found out she was leaving. I told her. I remember. I was so devastated. Like it's almost like I lost a friend. Honestly, it reminds me of how I was so upset when my best friend told me she wasn't going back to the school. I was devastated. I remember that in college. There's a few friends I cried for when they told me they were leaving. There's one and there's a few like Shannon was one of the ones I cried for when I found she wasn't, like, what do you mean you're not coming back? Anita, that was one of my friends. These are elementary school friends. And Jackie. All three of them I cried. And I was like, what do you mean you're not why you gotta leave? I'm thinking in my head, why do you gotta leave me? This is why I'm saying I get very, when I really care about somebody, I get attached to them. It's probably why I'm like that with Chris, why I get upset, because I was attached to that person. And, for me, it's, yeah. You said, okay, so you said you think I'm effective. Well, I try to make sure it's not, because I think it's because of my personal experiences, and I know I'm not the only one that's ever been bullied in in their life. So I do think that. You said bullies are fathers who pander. I never even thought about that. Pander for authority of approval. I've never thought about it like that. I just thought they're hateful, rude ass people. That's what I thought. They're evil ass people who don't deserve the attention they're getting. That's just what I thought. But also, that's might be cynical for me because I've been bullied. So I think maybe that's why I see it as a cynical way. You said you see your first. Oh, that's really cool. That is so cool. I wish I could see my fourth grade teacher from time to time. I can't remember where she moved to. I don't remember, but that's some. I really. If I saw her and I recognized her in person, I would give her a hug. I swear I would. Like for real. I remember my sister found. I can't remember how she found her. She told me. She said, "Right, I found your fourth grade teacher." I'm not gonna say her name, but you know her last name. But I'm not telling you her first name because I don't want no me trolling her on my own line. Because weird, okay? But she literally, I swear, I think she was. I can't remember if it was her first year or first few years of teaching. But when she said she's moving, I was thinking, no way in hell she's not leaving us. I think the whole class was devastated. I know for a fact I was devastated. If the whole class was devastated, I know for a fact I was so sad. What do you mean you're leaving? You can't just leave us. No, that's not. I know she. And the reason I think I was sad, I think because I was sad because I'm thinking going to be going up again. I don't get to see you ever again. That's not like. See, that's the only, like, seriously. That's how you know when This is how you know when. That's how you know. This is how you know when a teacher has impacted you. And I think I was that for some of the kids I worked with because that's the same thing this little girl did. What I did to Miss Wedner, the crying thing, and like how it, the thing about because of she had an impact on my life. This is the same thing this little girl did to me. She was devastated when I told her I was leaving. That's the same. I never thought it'd be full circle. It literally is full circle because that was for me and Miss Wedner, and then it was for me and the little girl, and I'm the adult in the situation, and she's a child. It's kind of interesting to me that that is the same. I honestly, one thing I remember telling people, I said I didn't realize the impact I had. Like I remember when I told people I was leaving, particularly more of the kids. I'm not saying I told some of the adults, not all of them, the ones I was closer to, and the impact when I was like, one was like, oh, I make you a card, Miss Burley, and she was I felt so bad. I didn't mean to make her cry. I was like. I felt so bad for making her cry, but then I'm thinking that's how I was like her. I was like her when I was her age. Like I was like that. Well, difference is she was in fifth grade. I was in fourth grade then. But point is, I'm like her, Miss Wedner. So I'm thinking, um, wow, the impact I didn't think I had on. I didn't ever thought I could have an impact on children in that way. I always hoped I could make an impact on children, but I didn't think that. Oh, actually, no, she wasn't the first child that's ever done that to me. There was another child. It was at the before when I worked before and aftercare when I told them I was leaving. This little girl, I remember it. It makes me kind of sad, ish, because that was the first. Actually, that was the first experience I ever had with it, where a child was devastated I was leaving. I told because she was really for some reason she was real bonded to me. I don't know why. I don't know why she was bonded to me like that. Because when I told her I was leaving, she like was leaving with her mom, and she ran back and like was devastated, crying. Like, um, I was like, wow. I didn't. All I did was be Mariah. I guess whatever I was doing must have done something for her. Like, I didn't expect that. Like, it's interesting. The ones you don't think you'll have an impact on are the ones you typically have an impact on. The ones that you don't think are paying attention are maybe the ones that pay attention. And I do remember one of the little girl's brothers was like, I do think sometimes he would act out because he wanted attention, which is, and I do know he had some kind of learning something. Wasn't exactly sure. I'm not sure if they ever, I think they got him tested, but I don't know. I didn't work with him, so I don't know what he had. I suspected it only because of the way when because the reason I knew this is because he would always cause trouble, but then when he was getting something, he's like, Miss Burley, come look, like, see, it told me he wanted attention because he's like, I'm doing something good, and like, honestly, I tend to give kids attention if they need it, but because I had a certain caseload I had to do because that's the kids we were supposed to work with, I could not go. Like, I remember the teacher I was working with at the time, there was different teachers. I had first grade, kindergarten, second and third. So it was kindergarten, first, second, and third. I had 4 grades I was working with at the time. And this is when I was working with the inclusion kids. And the kids were like, they would always, because I'm working with these particular kids and they needed help, I'm thinking, I remember the teacher was like, Miss Burley, if Miss Burley is able to work with you, she can, but not right now. She's working with the kids she got because it was hard because splitting your time between multiple kids in the same class, it was really difficult. What's with this bird? Like, it's like messing with me, I think, because I'm trying to make sure it don't smack into the. I really would not like to see this smack into. Oh my god! That's exactly what I didn't want it to do. Sorry, guys. I jumped because. Sorry, because it hit into my window. Oh, my heart. It's just the same bird that did that one time, but it slammed into my window. My heart. Oh my gosh. And I was just saying how I don't want it to hit into the window, and literally just did it. Did it hear me say that? Oh my god. I'm gonna tell my mom after this stream about it. It scared me half to death. Sorry. Oh my gosh, did I like speak it into existence? I don't even know what kind of bird that was. Oh my gosh. Uh, sorry guys. Oh jeez. That really did kind of scare me because I was literally just talking about it. It's like it heard me. I look like a pigeon too. I'm gonna tell my mom after because it's the second time that's happened. But I almost wondered, did it not realize that was a window? Why it hit that? I don't know. My brain's like, I don't know. Sometimes, but you can sometimes say something and it actually happens. So literally, I just said it. I just said, I hope a bird doesn't hit. I just said it and then it happened. About like I don't want the bird to fly into the window. It literally just watched it happen. I don't even know what to say to that. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, yes, a bird just hit into my. I literally just said it and then. Oh my. What the bitch? That scared me. That it's the same bird that hit. I bet it's that same bird that hit into my window that one time. Yeah, I'm telling my mom. I'm like, I don't. What are we supposed to do about that? Because I don't. What? It couldn't see the window there, or did it? I don't quite understand how it did that. It must have been the same bird, but this time I hope it. I don't think it injured itself because it flew on the other side of the house. It kind of scared me because I was like, I must have spoken into existence. It just kind of messed my mood up. Now I don't know what to, to say because I'm not distracted. That's gonna happen again. Of course, it have some right because I said it. But I don't know. But I hope I didn't speak into the existence. That was interesting. Yeah. Today the birds have been doing all this stuff. I don't know what they're doing now. Like flying up and down the window, like into the window. We fly over there. Both of them fly up at the same time. Like this is the most I've seen them fly. This is literally. I don't know. If it breaks my window, I'm gonna be mad. I don't even think. Honestly, the window is not. It's white. How can you not see it? The window, like, still thing around it is. I just don't understand. I'm just worried it's gonna break. Actually, it can't break. There's a screen. I'm pretty sure there's a screen on the side. God, I hope it's there's a screen on the bottom. Why is there not a screen on the whole window? I'm just worried if it breaks through the window. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do there because I'm about to. I'll be like, Mom, I can't sleep in this room because I'm not sleeping in a room where there's bird in it. I'm not. I have a thing about birds. It's all the chicken's fault. It's a chicken's fault. A chicken, rooster, whatever thing that chased me. It's its fault why I don't like birds. It's why. It's, it's for real why. I told you that some. Well, I don't know who doesn't know the story. The story is when I was like 5 or something. I don't. Oh, that's a. I didn't even think about that, Nick. You're right. They could have thought it was a. Oh, they could have thought it was a mirror. That's a great point. They could have thought it was a mirror and they smacked it. Ooh. Ooh, that makes it worse, actually. They might have thought it was a mirror and they could bang through. Actually, I bet it'd be probably painful if they did that because of the glass and the shards from it. I'm gonna tell my dad and my mom, see if they can do something about that. I'm gonna tell her about it. That really kind of made me nervous now because this is the second time this has happened. I'm not sure if it's the same bird, but it's the second time that's happened. Yeah, when I was little, that is not funny, Mildred. It's horrible. Seriously, it's not funny. I'm so serious. I literally am petrified of chickens because of that. Like when I remember this one time when I was working at before and after care, they brought chickens and I almost had a heart attack. I'm not even kidding. I literally almost had a heart attack. Yeah, I don't want them to get hurt. Even though I don't like birds, I don't want them to get hurt, Nick. That's the one thing. Even though I don't like all animals, let's be honest, I don't like most animals. I don't want them getting hurt just because I don't like them. That's not like no. I don't like. I know there are some people that no. I don't want them getting hurt. Sometimes they do annoy me though. It's particularly when the birds are be chirping outside my window, like 3 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, like morning. Like it gets confused and don't understand. It's time for Mariah to sleep time. It's sleeping time for Mariah, and let me chirp up the thing. I literally remember this one time. It's probably why I was pissed one time. I was telling my mom. I said, "This bird has been chirping for like 5 hours now. I'm trying to sleep, and it's been chirping for like five. It was I had just gone trying to go to sleep, and it was chirping for like 5 hours. I know most of the bloody day, and I was like, "This is not happening to me. Like I'm not the one." You don't like birds either. I'd see. Okay, I'm glad you understand me. I'm glad you understand. I don't. I really don't like chickens though. For real, like for real, I really don't. Like I literally almost had a heart attack when they said they were bringing in live chickens to like let the kids play with that. I almost had a freaking heart attack because the thing was trying to fly, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why would you do that to me? Would you drop? Why would you drop the chicken in the thing and then you know it's gonna try to fly? I fucking hate that shit. Why would you do that?" Well, I'm glad you like birds. I don't. Nah, that's no. I'm traumatized by birds. No. No, that's a no. Like I don't like owls. I don't like owls because I had a bad experience with that thing. Because I swear, I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad you know how to do that too. Um, that thing. I did not know they couldn't blink. I swear, I didn't know this back before. This is back before I knew that owls could not they could not move their eyes. They get up with their eyes, so they turn their head all the way. That shit scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. It scared me half. I was like, what the fuck? In my brain, I think I was thinking, what the hell? This is not happening. Like, my mom was like, fine. Everyone else in my family was fine. I was the one that's traumatized by it. What is that always? It's like, is it a Mariah thing? Why birds like decide, let me do this to Mariah? But I didn't do nothing to the bird. I swear to you. I swear I didn't do nothing to that chicken to make it chase me. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I was only. What the hell's with this bird? Oh my gosh! I'm about to have a panic attack. This bird's like doing things. I almost want to shut my window so I don't have to see birds outside of them. Cause now I'm traumatized. God, please let this bird stop. It's making me really paranoid. I swear, it really don't get paranoid. Freaking panicked. Well, I am scared of it because you see, it just smacked into my window and I saw it. And last time I heard it, but I didn't see it. Now I'm paranoid. Well, I don't. Oh. If Nick, are you wait? So Nick, if you saw a bird smack into your window and now your windows are like you can see outside them and you keep seeing a bird fly around the thing, would you be terrified? Like I'm about to start my window. Somebody don't have a panic attack. I'm trying not to have a panic attack. Hold up. Cause I learned some panic, making me panic, and I don't like that. God, please let me do no. I can't. Like I really can't do it. I don't want to see it again. Like no. Yeah, I closed it. I can't. I literally can't. I literally had a panic attack. No, it, like, no. I'm sorry, guys, that you didn't see me for a minute, but that freaking scared me. I've never seen, I don't know, it just made me panic. Now I'm, like, freaking panicked to open my window again because of that. Um, there, see, now it made me lose my track of my word, what I was going to say. Bloody crap, bird. Yeah. Any questions for anything? Not about chickens or birds, please. Yeah, I know. Now my light is ugly because of it's all the bird's fault. It is. It's the bird's fault scaring me half to death like that. Yeah. So yeah. I'm just glad this thing wasn't. This didn't. There was no trolls on here. At least that I'm aware of. That I didn't see. Yeah, I don't like ostriches. I don't like ostriches. Guys, it's not funny. I know you think this is funny. It's really not. Like, it's literally not funny. Now I don't know if I want to. Now I'm thinking during the day, do I want to open my windows up to get light in here? Like, it's literally. I don't really like ostriches. I've had bad experiences with most birds, honestly. Geese, ostrich. Actually, I don't know about penguin now. It was a pigeon. I've had bad experiences with those too. I think it was a pigeon. It slammed. That thing scared me though. I swear. I'm pretty sure. I wonder if that was the same bird that hit into it last time. Oh, you mean my? That's my purse actually. Oh, this is a. It can be. It's a backpack, but it is a purse. I don't know. It just like literally fucked me up, my brain up now. I don't like. I don't. No, this is not. Nick, I kind of want. I kind of. Is it bad that I kind of want you to? I wish you could have saw what it was. Yeah, I know. Isn't it? Exact. You doubt it can break the window. I think if it hits at the right angle, it probably could have hit break the window, or more than. Yeah, let me not say that because I feel like if I say that, it's gonna happen, and then I'm not. I'll be telling my mom I'm not sleeping in this room. I'll take everything that's belonging to me come out of my room. I'm not playing. I will sleep downstairs, sleep somewhere else in this house. Oh, even kidding. I know you think I'm playing. I'm not. I'm dead serious. I am. That's why I don't. I think that might have been the one that I don't. I really. It's not funny. Mildred's not funny. I don't like that movie either. I don't like the. I will never watch that movie. Birds. When Dad tried to let me see, I don't like birds, and I don't play games with. That's the one thing I hate when people try to traumatize me with a thing that I don't like and think it's funny because it really makes me angry because I've had it happen before in my past. Someone traumatized me with something that someone making picking fun at something that I really don't like or that has traumatized me. I've had it happen before more than once, and I do not like when people do it. It survived. It didn't hit it. They didn't. If it breaks or if it, I'm still out. That I will still not come in this room. If it breaks through my window, I'm not coming back in this room because that means it's open and anything can come in here, and then I'm fucked, and I'm not about to be fucked in this room. No, I'm not. I feel and it's see now it's got me having almost having a panic attack. That's some bullshit. It couldn't have happened on Tuesday. It literally couldn't happen any other day besides Monday. It couldn't have just happened on Tuesday. Tuesday, at least I don't have to stream on Tuesday. Damn it. I don't even know what to say about this situation. I didn't expect that to happen on camera. Um, well, luckily you didn't see it. I saw it though. Um, I don't even know what to say. It literally is like I literally lost track of what I'm talking about because of that whole thing. Yeah. Well, I don't feel safe in my room now because of it. Because it's the same. It's literally the same window that was hit last time. I heard this. I woke last time when it happened. It woke me right up out of my sleep, and that's why I'm concerned about it. This is the second time, but this time I'm awake. It wasn't. It hit my window twice. And it hit. It one a bird hit my mom's window another time. I'm nah no. It makes me not. It doesn't make me. It makes me feel really anxious. Yeah, no. Um, I'm thinking. I think after I stream, I'm gonna go in my mom's room and talk to her. Cause I'm gonna tell her about this whole situation. Cause it done traumatized me, and I don't like being traumatized by a darn animal that I can't control where it flies. Not that she can do anything, but I need to tell her about it because I'm worried. I wish we could. I wish I could see if there's any damage it did to the window or not, because I can't see from inside. Um, is that expensive? Safety glass? Shouldn't even have to do that because it never. This never used to freaking happen. It's because of this. It's because of the atmosphere why it's happening. It's never. I had never in my whole entire life seen this happen. Um, in my whole life because I've lived here for a good amount of time and it's never happened until this has only happened this year. Like before this, this literally the birds never did this ever. Never hit my mom's window and never hit my window. That's ridiculous, man. I'll ask. I'll have to see. I'll have to let them know about it because my mom doesn't know what's happening again because she probably can't hear it from her room because she's over that side of the house. So she probably didn't hear it, but it scared the hell out of me. Um, I would like to see out my window because it gives me natural light, but that's the reason. That's the only reason I had it open because it was giving good natural light. Unfortunately, I had to shut it because I don't want to see that happen again. I almost wonder was the bird temporarily blinded while it slammed into my window. God, I'm not trying to tell you to do. I'm not asking for that to happen, please. I'm just saying, is that what happened? Why it keeps? This is the second time this has happened. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as the first time. But yeah, yeah. I don't think my dad will put this that film thing in. He might do the safety glass, but I'll ask him. See what he says. I'm gonna tell them about this too. I'll tell my both my parents. Because I'm concerned this is the second time this has happened. This is the first time it's ever done happen on a live stream. Hopefully it's the first and last time because I don't want to ever see that happen. Happening outside of live stream is fine, even though I don't want it to happen. But happening on a live stream while I'm on it making me scared in front of the camera is actually a problem. I don't know. I'm just doing my best. This was stress. This just literally stressed me out. It changed the whole atmosphere of my live stream. You said you think it's a chance or rarely soon. I just don't want it to damage the property because I don't know if it hit. Also, when it hit the first time, it sounded like it hit off something when it hit the window and it hit something else. It sounded like because it slammed. It was pretty to me when I'm in a deep sleep and it wakes me up out of my deep sleep. It tells me something. That means it hit it hard the first time. I didn't see a dead bird though. I know that sounds horrible. I didn't see a dead bird though, but I looked out when after it happened. I tried. I said, "Mom, can you come look?" Because I'm literally terrified to look out my window. Like, I can't do it. I know I was being a chicken. I don't care. Um, I don't care because that was scary. Does it happen at? No, it's never happened at night. It only happened in the daytime. Like I said, the other time I was sleeping and I was woken up out of my sleep. It was morning. This time it's happened. This time it happened during the day, and the other time was in the morning time. It slammed into my window. Yeah, and it scared the hell out of me. And I said, "Mom, I can't look at the window. I'm terrified to look out there. I'm scared." I did because the reason I was scared because it was really really loud and it scared me. That's why. It literally jolted me up out of my sleep, and that's why it scared me. If anyone, I don't know anyone who's experienced that ever, like being jolted out of their sleep from an actual thing, something actually hitting the outside of their window, to the point of intensity where it's loud enough to jolt you out of your sleep. I was in deep sleep. That's probably why it scared me half to death. This time it scared me because I saw it coming through the window. I didn't actually think it was gonna hit. I thought it was gonna go up, like up in the air. I didn't think it was gonna do like hit like that. It probably was a little bit stunned when it hit it, which I can understand, like, because I don't think it was meaning to do it. And maybe I thought it saw me and it thought maybe I could come in here. I don't know. I hope that's not what it was thinking. Oh, Mariah. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him. Yeah, it might think it. Yeah, it probably is a reflectiveness, and it makes me think I don't want to open the windows. Luckily, I don't really open my windows like set for. I mean, I like open them so I could. That probably would for was loud, or if I had the windows open to get air in here. No, I just open it for natural light because it looks better on camera. It does. It also looks good. It looks pretty in my room when my natural light comes through window. Personally, I think so. I like it better than this light. But yeah, I don't know. Said, over here you put stickers outside the window. Oh, we don't do that here. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna tell my parents. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is the second time. It's never happened. I wonder if it happens only to me and my mom because we're in the front of the house where the sun's, in the daytime the sun is up in the front. It doesn't go back until like later on in the day. So maybe that's why they. I don't know. I don't know if my other two sisters get their windows hit. I'm not sure, but I know if I have I know that my mom told me she's had it happen to her after I had mine. I was the first one to have it happen to, and then she had it, and now I had it a second time. So, um, I don't know if she had it anymore. Any questions? Unfortunately, I'm sorry for the light change and me having to get up and close my windows. And you saw that. I'm sorry. That was on camera, but it was making me have an anxiety attack. So yeah, you said you had a few words hit into. Yes, you know that's not. No, no. Nick, I'm so sorry. I don't. That's not. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm sorry you had to experience that. It's traumatizing for me. Like because I think see, I don't think it would be as traumatizing if I didn't have a problem with birds. Like I'm not saying it wouldn't be upsetting, but it probably wouldn't trigger me to almost have an anxiety attack on camera because yeah, I think it's might be why I have anxiety on camera. Oh, that's a good thing that you're sliding guard. That is good that you have I don't know if it'll get better. I do hope Nick's headache gets better. I do hope that. My headache it's been not really getting better. It goes in and out, but it doesn't go fully away, which honestly I'm kind of just used to living with it now. So I know I shouldn't say that, but it is true. um kind of like kind of similar to how my disabilities are on me. I kind of expect the headache to just stay there, but I don't know. Um, um, I don't know. Awesome. Well, that is great. I'm glad. I'm really glad that your headache is going away. Hmm. I don't know what I'll do after stream. Probably I talk to my parents tonight. Got other stuff I need to do. Well, not really need to do, but I'm going to do. Um. Yeah. Naked new the thanks Nick and thanks Mildred. Even though I don't think that'll happen. And also gotta talk. I gotta message my whatever he is to me person. Ryan. As I said, whatever he is to me because I don't know what he is to me. That's why I said whatever he is to me. I don't know what he says I am to him. I have to message him, but I'm going to talk to my parents first. Thanks guys for watching. I think I'm going to be done with this live stream. I think, honestly, I think the bird ruined my whole mood. It's not any of your faults. The bird ruined my mood. Um, oh, thanks. I just hope that the birds stop hitting into my window, but I can't say that's gonna happen. So we don't have, so we can have natural light again. Because I don't like the unnatural light. This just looks artificial, which I guess technically it is a light bulb. Um, Again, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have a good week and see those who come on my Saturday streams on Saturday. Oh yeah, it's not even evening yet. It's almost 6 o'clock. Okay. Yeah. Have a good night, Nick, and you have a good afternoon and evening, Mildred. Oh, oh, thanks. And I'm so glad we didn't have no trolls. That is great. I just realized that. Okay. See you guys. Bye.